It's time for another episode of Screen to Closet, media-inspired outfits for an everyday wardrobe. In the last episode, I made this dress, which is from the 2005 Pride and Prejudice. And we've done quite a few of these now, so there's a whole playlist if you want to check them out. But in this episode, we're going to be making Anastasia's boat dress. So in the movie Anastasia, which is not Disney, did you know that? I didn't know that. I thought it was Disney for like a really long time. Totally not. So I'm kind of in love with like her whole wardrobe throughout like the entirety of the movie. But the boat dress is the only one that really lends itself to being a very like casual everyday dress. And this one specifically really fits in with my style. And it's really simple. Form-fitting bodice, circle skirt, fitted short sleeves with a cuff. That's it. That's the whole dress. And she's also got a belt. I thought it would be fun to also make a belt. Because the dress is so simple, right? It would be silly just to make a singular dress in a video. I can't help myself. Besides, it's just a brown belt. No big deal. I didn't write a script for this opening, and I think you can tell. I have this poplin, which is a poly cotton blend. It's got stuff all over it. When I saw this color, I was like, oh, okay, well, this is it. This is the right one. This is the only one. And I don't usually like to use synthetic fabrics when it comes to my wardrobe, but, you know, it's hard sometimes. Finding fabric can be hard, but that's what we're doing. Easy, right? Let's pattern the bodice. I mean, there's not a lot to pattern, so let's do it. Patterning the bodice for this one was really simple. So I decided to make some adjustments to my block. I made my block about 1.5 years ago, and I've learned so much in that time, and my current block could fit better. The first thing is I don't like how much is in the side dart. It just seems silly to have so much in the side and just a sliver in the waist. So I'm dividing that up a little more evenly. For the back, I want to curve the top center in. The back was definitely the hardest to fit in my original block, and I definitely gave up at some point. This does help, but it did not fix the issue, and oh boy, it is going to cause me so much pain here very soon. Let's go ahead and cut out the circle skirt real quick. I like my skirts to hit around my mid shin. So this ends up being about like 30 something inches long. I can't remember exactly. So this ends up taking a lot of fabric. Oh boy, circle skirts do take up so much fabric. Easy to make, but it comes at a price. Went ahead and cut the skirt out because it's a circle skirt. Since some of it is cut on the bias, we need to give it time to fall. And then since there's like, circle skirts are so wasteful, which is why I don't usually make them anymore. But, you know, when you want the drama of a really full skirt, yeah, go circle. But it leaves these like weird cuts of fabric, and we'll use the rest of this for the top. And we have a lot of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it out, even though I've done some like questionable things to my bodice block, and I'm not sure if it's gonna fit quite the way I want, so we'll go ahead and cut it out, try it on, and I have enough fabric in this like scrap piece that I will be able to cut it out again if I need to. And then as I was patterning the block, as I was doing my bodice block, I remembered something, and I have to tell you guys. It's a little embarrassing, but you know how I've always said I'm long-waisted? I know I've said it like a gazillion times. Anytime I'm messing with a pattern, I have to like pull the waist down. I'm like, oh, I'm long-waisted. I happen to see a reel talking about a trick to seeing if you're short or long-waisted. It has to do with putting your hand just under your chest, put your other hand under your chest, and then if your belly button falls right under your hand, your proportions are even. If it falls under your hand, you're short-waisted, and if it falls way below your hand, you're long-waisted. So I'm not long-waisted, I'm just tall. And that's why I have to extend patterns. I knew I was tall. I'm 5'9" for reference. I don't know, I guess since I always had to extend the waist, I just assumed I was long-waisted. I feel silly So you live and learn, right? So like I said, now that I have learned more, I am trying to fix my bodice block, but I don't want to have to like go through the whole process. So I'm just hoping this will fit. I mean, I know it will fit. I just hope it will fit the way I'm wanting it to. I mean, I thought I dropped the neck down, but I did not drop it down enough. That is like really high. I know the neckline on Anastasia's dress is quite high, but I don't want that. So I'm gonna drop it down just a little bit. I kind of use the top of this pink dress. There's still no cleavage showing, but you know, my collarbone will be out. Scandalous, I know. Let's get this out and try it on. So I've run into a couple of issues that is gonna cause me to recut this out. The back is fine. It's from what I can tell, but it's been pinned very wonkily. But the front, there's a couple of things. The bottom, these waist darts, perfect. My bust dart goes, so my apex is here and this bust dart is going this direction. Has it always been like that? So I've kind of drawn a line here to indicate where I need to move the dart point to. And then this was something I almost fixed on the pattern. Like I started to draw it out and I was like, no, if it's like this for a reason, so maybe let's just go with it. But notice how this goes down to a point right here. This, the bottom of this point, is my waist. And then it goes up. So waist is here. And so now we have this like gap. So that's the main reason why we're gonna cut it out again. There's a squirrel in the attic. But once I fix these things, we're golden. And I was gonna say I don't need to make another mock-up, but I didn't really make a mock-up the first time, so let's cut it out again and actually sew it up this time instead of just pinning the whole thing. Quite pokey. We have overcorrected a little bit. It happens. But the front is now longer than the back, which is a very easy fix. So we'll just trim it off a little there. But look how nice the bust darts are. Yes. It's been a minute since I've done darts. I hate sewing darts, so I always make everything princess seams. Darts just take longer, you know? The front and back are just pinned together because I want to put the zipper in before I attach the front to the back. These pins are killing me. Ouch. Because I'm going to put in an invisible zipper, and it is so much easier to put in a zipper when everything is all flat instead of trying to put it in as like the last step. Makes everything so much harder, which is the opposite of what any pattern will tell you to do. Maybe not any pattern, but very specifically the big four like box patterns always have you put zippers in last. Don't put it in first. It's easier. After I fix this little bit on the side, I'm very happy. I'm gonna give it a facing instead of doing a lining because I always do linings and they're irritating because then I gotta sew darts again, which like, why? I don't need to. I can just put in a facing. So much easier. But I can't do that until the whole thing is put together. So next thing, okay, calm down. Let's put in the zipper and then I will have to stop with the dress. That's not true. I could keep going with the dress. I could finish the dress. I just can't hem it until later. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out my steps here. Either way, let's put the zipper in and then we need to do pockets. Don't let me forget to do pockets because I always forget to do pockets and I have to like reopen everything and then put the pockets in. Don't let me forget, okay? This is on you now. Because we know I'm gonna forget. Remind me. Right, zipper. Ooh, look at that. Look at that perfect invisible zipper. Oh, let's not talk about this because I've already undone it twice. I think the first time I undid it, I undid the wrong side. So when I went to put it back together, I somehow ended up doing the same thing I had previously done. I don't look, I don't really know what happened. I just know that after the second time it happened, I very calmly undid it, and I did not throw a fit. Okay, just a little tiny fit, but I finished it. I didn't leave, so character growth, because I almost did. I almost just put this down and was like, we'll do it tomorrow. I don't know what that voice was. It was weird. Now I need to put the pockets in, which I'm not gonna do today because I am tired, and not storming out of this room took a lot of self-control, and now I'm out of it. So we will pick this back up tomorrow. Pocket time. I'm very proud of me for remembering. Just want to give myself a little pat on the back. First, we needed to cut them out and serge all the edges, and then place them between the marks that I secretly added. It's secret because I forgot to film it. And then line them up with the other side of the dress and sew them down. I also understitched them because I'm a fancy pants lady. Now we take the front and back of the dress and line them up, pin them all the way down the sides and around the pocket. And then I'm adding these ribbons to the top of the pocket, and I'll show you a little bit more about those in just a second. And then sew it all up. Easy peasy. This is coming out really stinking cute. The front fits absolutely beautifully. We have our pockets, which are in a perfect spot where my hands naturally fall. It's very nice. I love having pockets. Falls perfectly at my waist. But I did want to show you, just for like transparency, I did mess up on the back. It's not the end of the world, and it is fixable. Oh, it is a big deal. A very big deal. Not to spoil it too much for you, but this minor thing becomes a major problem. Ain't that just the way? But the back just kind of like, I guess let me show you from here. This comes up, and I had this issue with my last project, but I thought it was just because of my manipulation of the darts and like the whole thing, but like it comes up and then it comes out away from me here, which is like not a great look. I should have lowered the back of the neckline a little bit instead of having it so close to my neck. But what I'm gonna do is take out this fullness. Like if I pinch here, then I can just add this into the dart that is already there. It'll make our shoulder smaller, but what are you gonna do? It's how we are going to fix that. Boink, 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 boink. Also, my darts are just a smidge too high. Should just be just slightly lower. Definitely should be slightly lower with this type of bra that I am wearing. But again, that is okay. We're not touching those darts, but we will fix the back. And then I need to turn this dress inside out so I can fix the pockets. Ta-da! So now I want to kind of just like zhuzh this around, and then we want to pull these ribbons up and pin them to the seam allowance right there. This is hard to do. Yeah. Go through. There we go. And why have I done it like this instead of just bringing the pocket all the way up to the top? It just seemed too big. The pocket just seemed too big. I don't know. Sometimes I just do things on vibes. Okay, I'm gonna put my phone in here. Let's see. Try that again. Phone, pocket, where are you? I definitely feel it pulling on these two more than this one, so we're gonna lift this one. Oh, a little. Here we go. And now the weight is evenly distributed through the 3 ribbons. I've done this technique before, but with 1 ribbon, and when there was something heavy, I definitely see it pulling on that one spot where the ribbon is. So I think with these with having 3 ribbons, it will evenly distribute the weight and you won't see those little like pull marks, but it will also cut down on the bulk from the pocket. Do the same thing to the other side. I'm so scared of stabbing myself. This is random, but I am from Texas and I love the idea of adding a Texas accent to whatever language you are speaking. And it sounds so funny. It doesn't matter what the language is. Like French. Bonjour. Parlez-vous français? Je m'appelle Annie. Porque boulangerie. Porque, that's Spanish. Ho ho, okay. Konnichiwa. Arigato. Sumimasen. All right, I'll stop now. Ouch. Just need to check this pocket. How's this sitting? How is this sitting? Stop being weird. Okay. What are you doing? This feels weird and I can't tell you why. I watched The Last Unicorn last night because I was feeling sad and I love The Last Unicorn. And there's a line with the cat where he says, I be what I be. And it's stuck in my head. I be but a cat. And no cat anywhere has ever given a straight answer. That accent was all over the place. I'm gonna make these. I'm gonna make these corrections. And then we need to what? We need to what? Sleeves. We need sleeves, for sure. Down to where I don't like showing my arms as much anymore. Let's figure out the sleeve cuff thing. For the sleeves, I use this magical McCall's pattern. It's just a simple sleeve pattern that I've used many, many times because it's within arm's reach. So by magical, I mean convenient. For the cuffs, I make the rectangle that's the same size as the bottom of the sleeve, and then clip both of the ends so that when I join them together, it'll make that V shape that Anastasia has. I cut 4 of the cuffs and 2 of the sleeves. The cuffs get sewn together and then flipped right side out, and then I attach the cuff to the bottom of the sleeve. After I sew it, I understitch it. My big brain could not figure out how to encase the seam allowance, so we just did it the easy way. And now that I'm recording this, I actually did figure out how to do that. So, next time. Last step is to attach the sleeve to the bodice. So, it's done, mostly. Okay. Remember, like 30 seconds ago, when the voiceover was like, yeah, this is actually a big problem. The extent to which this problem has gone to be a menace, I'm so tired. I've spent so long trying to fix it. What have I done? Well, we added a second dart in the back. And I thought, oh, there we go, we fixed it. And then I put the facing on, and then I put the sleeves on, and I tried it on again. Turns out, no, that did not fix it. And it was pretty prominently standing up away from my shoulder and it looked bad. Okay, fine. So I undo part of the facing and I pull that dart in more and bring it down. I just pinned it, I didn't actually sew it this time. Tried it on, didn't work, didn't fix it. Not at all. What are you? Demon. You have been sent from hell to test me. So I undid that. And I was just like, you know what? What if we just pinch this shoulder in? So here it is. Here's a little tiny dart that goes from the shoulder, from the neck to the shoulder, kind of angling out. That has fixed it. Only on this side, because of the way the gathers are sitting, it is like kind of sticking up right here at a point. Which is so irritating because to fix that, I would need to, so irritating. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm apologizing to you. I have stitched in the ditch to the shoulder seam to keep the facing in place right there. So I would have to undo that, and then the shoulder seam is serged, so I would have to undo that. And then, it is also sewn of course. So I would have to undo that and then kind of shift the gatherings around and fix it and then do all those steps over again. I don't know if I have it in me, to be very honest. I'm so fed up with it. So this is what we're gonna do. I did decide that this dress was a little plain. I wanna add a couple of trims to it and a couple of other things. I have some lace that I wanna put at the bottom. And then I also wanna add some lace, just a really small, delicate lace around the neckline. And then I would like to give it just a couple of a couple of pin tucks, like real small tucks around the bottom, just to give it a little bit more interest. It will look very cute, but I did forget to hang the dress up the other day, so it hasn't had a chance to fall yet. That's my bad, I forgot. So I am going to call it for today before I do something I might regret. I don't know what that would be, but I don't know, like just ripping the dress in half, like Hawk style, like it's a phone book. And then I'll be very sad tomorrow because this is not a forever problem. Just remember that. But it is very cute and it does fit quite well. Now that we have put those weird darts in there, it is what it is. It's fine. I don't know. Don't. Whatever you're thinking, don't. I'm fragile. I can't handle it right now. I want to let her hang. And then we do need to start working on the belt. Tomorrow we can do the decorations and the belt. Let's do it. I will see you tomorrow. Good morning. The troubles of yesterday are in the past. I had some good sleep and I'm in a much better mood and I'm feeling inspired and ready to work. So our dress has been hanging up overnight. So I think if it was gonna fall, most of it has done so already. So we are going to mark the hem. We're going to add some pin tucks, little tiny ones because I don't want to take too much of the length. I think I need like 2, maybe 3. At max 3, but I'm thinking 2. We're gonna put some little lace around the neckline. I'm actually gonna use, and this might upset some of you, but I'm gonna take this tatted antique lace from this dress, that the Valentine's E coated dress, and put it on here. I don't like this dress. That's okay. The dress is very pretty. I don't like wearing the dress. I wore it for the intro of my last video, which was a Valentine's Day video. That's literally the only time I've worn it, and I made it like a year ago. So I'm gonna start dissecting this carcass and using it for parts. Because this is real silk. This is Diupuni. Nope. Y'all told me how to say it and I've already forgotten. I'm so sorry. Dupioni. I think that was right. Was that right? I think so. Anyways.
Dupioni.
I just really like this lace and I think it'll look really nice right here because it's not too attention grabbing, you know? But it's just like, I want to pull this white into other places. I want just like a little bit here and just a little bit at the bottom and it'll look really nice without being like too much, you know? But like this by itself kind of looks like a maid's dress in like the best way possible. But you know, like from old movies, this kind of looks like something the maids in a hotel would wear. So let's jazz it up just a little bit. That's our plan for today. Oh, and then also the belt. I plan on finishing this today. I'm feeling very motivated. So I think we can keep this going. We hold this attitude all day. We can get this done. No problem. Let's go. After I level the hem, I mark where the first tuck is going to be placed, which is 4.5 inches from the bottom, for no other reason than it just looked right to me. I mark all the way around the skirt with a heat erase pen, keeping the marks fairly close together. This takes forever, yes. Now I fold the skirt on the line that I just made and pin. I do this for a minute, realizing that this will probably take forever and I don't think I have enough pins to go all the way around, and it would probably be easier if I just took it to the machine and folded it as I was sewing, skipping the pins altogether. I sew 1/4 inch from the fold, and since this seam is so small, I must get my face as close as possible to the needle, or it just won't sew correctly. I don't make the rules, that's just how it is. The skirt feels endless at this point. I keep sewing, but the end is just somehow never in sight. After about 12 years of sewing, I finally come back to the start and then start marking where the second tuck is gonna go, which is 1 inch above the bottom of the first tuck. Again, done purely on vibes. Now we are back to sewing. Wow, look at that perfect posture. Somebody call Notre Dame. Jeez. No wonder my back is always sore after a long day of sewing. I plan on adding lace to the neckline, so I want some lace at the bottom of the skirt too to match. The lace I ended up liking best from my stash was 3/4 inches wide, but I only wanted the bottom scallop part to show, which is like less than 1/4 inch, I think. It's very dainty, and you can barely see it, but it just looks so nice. And it really matches with the lace that I'm putting at the neckline. And speaking of the lace at the neckline, I need to steal it from my other dress. It was just hand sewn on, so it's easy to take back off again. And then I just hand sew it to the neckline also. And before I realize this is gonna take forever and I wanna do it on the couch. The dress is all done except for the trim around the neck. I need to hand stitch. I need to hand stitch that on, and I just don't feel like doing it right now. Hand stitching is, you know it, couch activities. That's right. But I absolutely love how this came out. And I love the bottom, the little pin tucks, it just gives it so much character. And then the lace at the bottom, barely there, right? But if you happen to catch the underside, you see the full 3/4 of the lace. So cute. I still think it reads a little bit as maid core, but I think once the belt is on it, it'll change. It'll fix it. And speaking of the belt, so what we need to do now. There was something I was gonna say, but I don't know what it was now. Trader Joe's brought the mochi cake back, and there's some in the kitchen, and it's all I could think about. I just want to eat the whole pan. I probably shouldn't. That's a lot of butter, but it's so chewy and good. I love it so much. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's make a belt. First thing I need to do is figure out the size by, putting it around my waist. And then I cut off the excess. And then I want to take off some of the thickness where the belt is sewn over the buckle. So I need to use my skive. And I thought I'd be a good girl and replace the blade. I decided not to use my fingers because it seemed like a bad idea and a good way to cut myself. So I used this compass thing that was just within arm's reach, and then you guessed it, I cut myself. It's a super shallow cut and barely breaks the skin, but it was enough that I gave up trying to change the blade. And then I do get blood everywhere before giving up and going to finally grab a Band-Aid, or plaster, if you like. Now I need to take it down to ground level so I can stamp it. I have this really cute scale-like stamp that I want to use because I thought it would look cute, and also because I bought this stamp forever ago to use on my fall witch armor and then ended up not using it, and it was kind of expensive because it's one of those nice stamps made out of copper, so I need to justify the purchase. After about 10 stamps in, I realized this is going to take much longer than I thought it would. Boy, do I have a terrible perception of time. And my arms were really sore by the end of this. I am so out of shape, y'all. I used to be so strong when I was younger, and I was just like, sorry. Back to the belt. After finishing stamping the whole belt, I go back up to my studio, and we need to punch holes for the buckle to go through. And then I get the whole thing wet so I can dye it. Just dyeing it brown. And since my arms are already sore, let's just go ahead and varnish it too. This is like finishing your seam allowance and sewing. You do it to make it look nice and so that it's not all rough. There's so many steps in leatherworking, and I've definitely skipped talking about and showing a few of them because it's just it's too much. But the last ones that we need to do is add a top coat. I chose to use a super shiny one. And then we condition it. This keeps the leather from drying out. And now we sew on the buckle. And then that's it. That's most of the steps. And we're done. Functional belt. And stylish. It's a little spotty, but I'm okay with it. And I went with a shiny top coat because I thought it would just look nicer with the design. And I think I was right. Yes, it is the next day. No, I didn't finish yesterday, like I said I would. But listen. I would have if I wouldn't have forgotten that some things in leatherworking you need to do wet and some things you need to do dry. The leather, not myself. That would be weird. So if I would have started it earlier in the day and then went back to the dress and then back, I could have finished, but it wasn't dry in the evening when I went to check on it. So here we are. But everything's done now, so we're ready. And now that we're headed into the results, I must do my due diligence and remind you to do your due diligence and like and comment and subscribe if you would like to see more from me. This has quickly become one of my favorite series. It's super fun and I get like an outfit that I can wear out of it, so that's always a plus. Anyways, I'm gonna go find some hair to make a ponytail out of and I will see you in the reveal. Bye.